Hello and welcome to Big Orbit's Cardfight Vanguard weekly update. My name is James and I'll be going through the cards shown throughout the past 7 days. Because so many cards were revealed through monthly Bushy Road and the new GBT09 poster, I will be doing the same thing I always do when there are way too many cards to go through and just pick out the best and most interesting cards. Firstly, we have a RRR Grade 2 in the Clan Booster, Delayed Blazer Dragon. With an auto on rearguard circle, when your other unit is placed on rearguard circle from the deck by Time Leap, if you have a Vanguard with Chrono in its card name, this unit gets plus 2000 until the end of turn. And with Time Leap ability, Auto Generation Break 1, when this unit is placed on rearguard circle, if you have a Grade 4 Vanguard with Chrono in its card name, choose one of your Grade 2 rearguards, and you may Time Leap it. This is a very solid card, but the Grade 2 restriction in its second skill seems very odd, though it could be a nice way to get the Chrono Fang Tiger G out without having to use any Grade 3s from your hand. A new single Asteroid got revealed that can really help out Demiurge. This card is Deus Ex Machina Ergos. It has an auto on the Vanguard circle. The cost is to bind the top card of your deck face up, and when this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one card from your bind zone and put it into your hand. Choose a card from your hand and put it into your bind zone face up. So this means if there isn't any suitable Zodiac Time Beasts on the field, you can still bind something and put it into your hand straight after. Chrono Tiger Rebellion is a new RRR for the Clan Booster. As a continuous on the Vanguard circle, this unit gets plus 5000 for every 2 cards in your bind zone, and as an auto, with the Generation Break 2, Soul Blast 1 and choose a face down card named Chrono Tiger Rebellion and turn it face up, and choose a card from your hand and one of your rear guards and bind them face up. When this unit attacks, if you have a heart card with Chrono Fang in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, this unit gets plus 1 critical and plus 1 drive until the end of the battle. This is kind of a -1, but it helps so much for getting you to the 12 Zodiac Time Beasts in the bind zone, and the extra critical is always a nice bonus. We have a spin-off of the usual Heart Thump Worker clones with Night Barking Gear Tabby. As an auto, put this card into your soul. When this unit is put into your bind zone from rearguard circle, if you have a Grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Chrono Fang in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw a card, choose one of your Vanguards, and it gets plus 5000 power until the end of turn. It would be nice to see more of these forms of the clone where it works more with the deck's mechanics rather than just a usual copy and paste we've seen before. So I hope all the future bosses get this kind of thing. Steam Maiden Shakusa is yet another very useful card for decks striving to be able to use Deus Ex Machina Demiurge. As an auto with Generation Break 1, choose one of your rearguards and bind it face up. When this unit is placed on rearguard circle, if you have a Vanguard with Chrono Fang in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, this unit gets plus 3000 power and boost until the end of turn. Being a 12k booster for a turn is pretty nice, and being able to bind on call is great, as you can use her on the same turn you stride Demiurge. Steam Maiden Ishmay is a very nice Grade 1 for Chrono's command decks. As a continuous on the rearguard circle, Generation Break 1, if you have a Vanguard with Chrono's command in its card name, and the number of your opponent's rearguards is 1 or less, this unit gets plus 5000 power, and this unit can attack a Vanguard from the back row. So she's either an 11k booster or a very sneaky little attacker, which is a great card to have. For the trial deck, we have only seen one card this week, which is Steam Sniper Rishuma. She has Time Leap. As an auto on rearguard circle, Soul Blast 1, choose a card from your hand and discard it. At the end of the battle that this unit boosted a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, Time Leap this unit. And as a Generation Break 1, with a Counter Blast 1, when this unit is placed on rearguard circle from bind zone, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw a card. So this is actually a really nice Grade 1 in a trial deck. It's a shame that she can't be one of the Zodiac Time Beasts though, because having a Zodiac Time Beast with that skill would make people want to use them in their deck a lot more, which would make Demiurge a lot more useful. On to GBT09, I'll start with the Spike Brothers cards as it's nice to see them after so long. Lethal Forward is a really nice Grade 2 with charge and an auto on the rearguard circle Generation Break 1. When this unit becomes charging until the end of turn, this unit gets plus 2000 power and an auto. When this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, if you have a Vanguard with Rising in its card name, search your deck for a card not named Lethal Forward, call it to open rearguard circle and shuffle your deck. This will work really nice on Miracle Ace turns to keep the attacks flowing, as your opponent will struggle to guard everything if a Miracle Ace turn is done right. It's a struggle already. With this card, you'll just be adding so much more to it. Revenge is getting a new Grade 3 that only has 9000 power. Revenge Slay Hexy's Dragon has an auto with a Counterblast 1, choose a card from your hand and discard it. When this unit is placed on Vanguard circle, by riding a unit with Revenger in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, set your deck for up to one card named Revenger Raging Form Dragon, ride it as stand, and shuffle your deck. If you rode a card, choose a card named Revenger Slay Hexes Dragon from your soul and put it into your hand. It may be wise to use this even if you have Raging Form in your hand, as you'll then get to use the Persona ride straight away. True Eradicated Dragonic Descendant Zillion is a new stride for Narukami. As an act on the Vanguard circle once per turn, choose a face down card named True Eradicated Dragonic Descendant Zillion from your G-Zone and turn it face up. If you have a heart with Descendant in its card name, until end of turn, this unit gets Auto on the Vanguard circle once per turn, Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 2, and choose 3 cards from your hand and discard them. At the end of the battle, let this unit attack the Vanguard. If your attack did not hit, you may pay the cost. If you do, stun this unit, and this unit gets drive -1 until the end of turn. You can use this card as your first stride, though unless you have somehow managed to really damage your opponent before, it may be not the best choice. Swoop Command Dragon, aka Steve, can then give you a 3rd Vanguard attack. Lastly, for this week's GBTO 9 cards, we have the Gear Chronicle Grade 2 Pulsar Speedy Bunny. As a continuous on the rearguard circle with Generation Break 1, during your turn, this unit gets plus 1000 for each of your other Zodiac Time Beast units. This skill isn't anything amazing, though it is interesting to see that this card's race is Gear Beast and Zodiac Time Beast, meaning we will be getting more Zodiac Time Beasts in the future set. They will probably stay as the same kind of animals, but just in different forms. We do have a couple of really cool promos coming to us. There is a Royal Paladin named Ark Save Dragon, who is a Grade 4 normal unit. With an auto on the Vanguard circle, Counterblast 3 and Soul Blast 3, at the beginning of your main phase you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck, soul, drop zone, or damage zone for up to 1 card, choose 3 from among them, and call them to separate rearguard circles, and shuffle your deck. Then as a continuous, you may not call this to rearguard circle. So being able to call from your damage zone does mean you are healing as well, but it is a very big cost. Unless you can get some good soul charges in your deck, you'll only be using the skill once a game. Though I'm sure it is possible to build a deck around this card. Another thing to point out is the really awesome artwork. Seeing the 3 Guardian Dragons, Ark Saver, Thing Saver, and Soul Saver standing together really makes this art stand out. And finally we have Praise Shipwright Mike, a Grade 1 which I'm sure would be really fun to use. As a continuous, you may have up to 16 of this card in your deck, and he only has 5000 power, but as an act on the Vanguard circle or rearguard circle, choose one of your other rearguards named Praise Shipwright Mike and put it into your soul. Increase this unit's power until the end of turn. The power increased with this effect is its current power, so if it's got 5000 attack, it becomes 10,000, if it's got 10,000, it becomes 20,000. So you can get this to really high powers if you want to max this card out in your deck. Also with the stride Tempest Calling Pirate King, Gauche, you can bring all the units you put into the soul this way back onto the field and do it all over again. Both these promos have alternate art for how they were shown in the manga. I especially like Ark Saver's alt art because it seems really well presented, as well as it having a bit of a JoJo colour change scene with Aichi and Ibuki. Well, that is all the cards for this week. I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions about the ruling, feel free to leave it in the comments section below, and I'll try and answer it as best as I can. If you want to stay up to date with all the Vanguard news, be sure to watch next week's video where I'll be doing the same thing for the card shown through the next 7 days. So I'll see you next time. Bye!